Hello children, I welcome all of you to the School of Math, Mathsup. There are many types of numbers in math. Prime numbers are one of them. So in today's lesson, we're going to talk about prime numbers. සිංහලෙන් prime numbers වලට කියන්නේ ප්‍රථමක සංඛ්‍යා කියලා. අද අපි ප්‍රථමක සංඛ්‍යා ගැන ඉගෙන ගමු. If you take a prime number, we can define a prime number as a number only divisible by number 1 and number itself. Therefore, prime number has only two factors. They are number 1 and number itself. අපි ප්‍රථමක සංඛ්‍යාවක් ගත්තොත් ප්‍රථමක සංඛ්‍යාවකට තියෙන සාධක දෙකක් විතරයි. ඒ කියන්නේ ප්‍රථමක සංඛ්‍යාවක් බෙදන්න පුළුවන්නේ අංක 1න් සහ එම සංඛ්‍යාවෙන් විතරයි. So according to the definition, we'll see whether number 1 is a prime number. So if you take number 1, we'll check what are the factors of number 1. So we know only 1 times 1 is 1. That is the only product that we can make number 1. Therefore, the only factor number 1 has is 1. It doesn't have two factors. It has only one factor. Therefore, number 1 is not a prime number according to the definition, because in the definition it clearly says prime number has two factors, that is number 1 and number itself. But if you take number 1, it has only one factor. Therefore, it is not comply with the definition of prime numbers. Therefore, number 1 is not a prime number. Then we'll see whether number 2 is a prime number. So you can make number 2, or you can write number 2 as a product of two numbers, 1 times 2. That is the only product that you can write to get number 2. Therefore, number 2 has two factors. They are number 1 and number 2. Because if you take number 2, it can divide by 1 and it can divide by 2 completely without getting any remainder. So no more factors for number 2. Therefore, number 2 has only two factors. That is number 1 and number itself 2. Therefore, number 2 is the first prime number. So number 2 is the first prime number. Then we'll check number 3. So you can write number 3 as a product of two numbers, 1 times 3. That is the only product that we can write to get number 3. Therefore, factors of number 3 are number 1 and 3. Number 3 has only two factors. That is number 1 and number itself 3. Therefore, we can say number 3 is a prime number. Then we'll check whether number 4 is a prime number. So you can write number 4 as a product of two numbers. The one way is 1 times 4 is 4. The other way is 2 times 2 is 4. Then we'll see what are the factors of number 4. That is number 1, number 2 and 4. Because if you take number 4, it can divide by 1 completely, it can divide by 2 completely, and it can divide by 4 completely without getting any remainder. So the factors of number 4 are 1, 2 and 3. So number 4 has more than two factors. Not only number 1 and number itself, it has another factor as well. Therefore, number 4 is not a prime number. Then we'll check how about number 5. So you can write number 5 as a 1 times 5. I think that is the only product that we can write for number 5. Therefore, number 5 has two factors, that is number 1 and 5. That means number 1 and number itself only. Therefore, number 5 is a prime number. So this is the summary of what we have discussed up to now. So from 1 to 5, if you take from 1 to 5, we identify 2, 3, and 5 are prime numbers because those numbers have only two factors. That is number 1 and number itself. Therefore, they are prime numbers. Now we will check number 6. The factors of number 6 are, if you take number 6, it can divide by 1, it can divide by 2, it can divide by 3, and also it can divide by 6 completely without getting any remainder. So, there are 4 factors. Therefore, it is not a prime number because if you take a prime number, it has only 2 factors. But number 6 has 4 factors. Therefore, number 6 is not a prime number. Then if you take number 7, the factors of number 7 are only 1 and 7. It has only 2 factors. Therefore, number 7 is a prime number. Then if you take number 8, it can divide by 1, it can divide by 2, it can divide by 4, and also by 8 completely without getting any remainders. That means number 8 has 4 factors. That is more than 2. Therefore, number 8 is not a prime number. Then number 9. The factors of number 9 are 1, 3, and 9. Because number 9 can divide by 1. It also can divide by 3 and also by 9 completely without getting any remainders. Therefore, number 9 has 3 factors, that is more than 2. Therefore, it's not a prime number. Then we will see number 10. The factors of number 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. So it has 4 factors. Therefore, it is not a prime number. So like that, any number, you can check whether it is a prime number or not, because prime numbers have only 2 factors, that is number 1 and number itself. If a number has more than 2 factors, it is not considered as a prime number. So in this picture, you can see the shaded numbers are prime numbers because these numbers have only 2 factors, number 1 and number itself. So that is the end of today's video. Thank you very much.